Let's talk about something a little strange, maybe even a bit unsettling. It's that weird shaking or tension feeling you can get inside your head. If you've ever felt it, you know it can be worrying. So today, we're going to break down what's really going on.
So have you ever actually felt this? It's not really a headache, and it's not exactly dizziness. It's more like an internal vibration or a tremor. It can feel pretty confusing for sure. But the very first thing you should know is that you are definitely not alone. So let's get into what causes it and what you can do about it.
So what is this feeling really? Well, people often describe it as this deep, buzzing tension, or an internal shaking. It's not something anyone else can see, but for you, it's a very real physical sensation. The key, then, is figuring out where it's coming from.
Okay, now before we dive any deeper, I want to start with the good news. And the good news is this feeling is almost always manageable. We're about to explore the most common causes, and you'll see that for the most part, they're things we can actually get a handle on in our daily lives.
Okay, so here's the most important thing to get your head around. This sensation is very often a physical signal your body is sending you. When you get stressed out, your whole fight or flight thing can kick in, and that tightens up muscles you don't even think about, like in your neck, your jaw, even your scalp. So try to think of this feeling as a direct result of that stress or fatigue or muscle tension. It's almost always that, and not some kind of underlying nerve damage.
And this right here really lays it all out for you. On the left, you've got the usual suspects: stress, being overtired, and tight muscles. These are overwhelmingly the reasons why this happens. Then, on the right, you see the much rarer, more serious issues. So the big takeaway here is that the odds are heavily in favor of this being something you can manage.
All right, so you're feeling this. What can you actually do about it in the moment? Well, we've put together what we're calling a 6-step relief kit. These are practical, simple things you can try for some immediate relief.
So here's the game plan. We're going to cover how to relax your muscles, give your mind and eyes a break, why you need to hydrate and eat, how to manage stress, the magic of a warm compress, and finally, doing a quick check on your sleep and posture. Let's break them down. First up, your body. Since muscle tension is a huge player here, just gently massaging your scalp can feel amazing and give you instant relief. Same thing with rolling your shoulders back and slowly stretching your neck. And here's a big one, a huge one actually, that so many of us do without noticing. Unclench your jaw. A lot of us hold our stress right there. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about your mind. That internal shaking is often a physical alarm bell for stress and anxiety. So one of the best things you can do is just step away from your screens. Give your mind a real break. Find a quiet spot, even for just 10 or 15 minutes, and try this slow breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, and then a nice, long, slow exhale for 6 seconds. Seriously, it's like a reset button for your nervous system.
Next, let's talk about some simple physical comforts. You'd be surprised how often these feelings can be triggered by really basic things like being dehydrated or having low blood sugar. So just drinking a glass of water or having a light snack can sometimes do the trick. And to soothe those muscles directly, applying a warm cloth to the back of your neck is fantastic. That heat helps everything relax and just eases that tension. And finally, let's zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, your daily habits. Ask yourself, are you really getting enough good quality sleep? Sleeping in a weird position can easily strain your neck muscles. And what about your posture during the day? If you're slumped over a desk, that can put a ton of strain on your nerves and muscles, which can definitely add to these feelings over time.
Okay, so we've talked about all the common manageable stuff, but, and this is really important, we need to be clear about when you should get medical advice. Let's go over the red flags you absolutely need to watch for.
Please consult a doctor if this sensation keeps happening over and over, or if it feels like it's getting worse. You also need to pay close attention if it comes with other symptoms, like dizziness, any problems with your vision, numbness or weakness anywhere in your body, or if you're getting severe or unusual headaches. Any of those are signals that it's time to get a professional medical opinion. So when you boil it all down, what's the main thing to remember? More often than not, that shaky feeling isn't some big, scary thing. Instead of seeing it that way, try to see it as a signal, a message from your body basically saying, hey, it's time to slow down, de-stress, and let go of some of this tension. So from now on, the next time you feel it, instead of letting your mind race with worry,